What's up, guys? Today's a pretty funny video. I just had probably the best workout of the year when it comes to performance. But the stupid thing is, I'm so fucked from work that I don't even feel like making the video. But the fact is, hard work is paying off. Very small improvements are compounding. And I just hit not only 100 kilos for 6 reps, which is a personal record. I've never done that before. And I do believe that I can bench above 115 at this point. I could probably hit 117.5 for 1 rep max. So not only is my bench the strongest it's ever been in my life today, and as you can see, I was pretty happy about that, I also unlocked the fucking front lever, which is a calisthenics move, in which you hold onto the bar and you hold your body suspended parallel to the floor, which means that your shoulder joint needs to be a bit behind the bar so that, your center of gravity is directly beneath the bar with your feet sticking out to one side of your head and your shoulders sticking out to the other. An insane move, which I have done previously in my life, but I was a lot lighter back then. I was around 80 kilos or so. So I'm weighing 5 kilos more and I just unlocked it again. And, to top it all fucking off, I achieved my goal on the chin-up. I did it today. It's done. 11 down, so 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 chin-ups in the span of under 11 minutes. I did it in 10:59. So the bench press goal for the summer is achieved. The chin-up goal for the summer is achieved. I fucking did it today. All that really remains, that is super important when it comes to training this summer, is to actually hit bench PR, and the real goal is 120. So work continues to need to be done. I have squat and deadlift goals as well, but I'm going to take these fucking wins, bro. And I'm not stopping. I said 3 weeks to a bench PR. Well, I just got a rep PR, and pretty soon I'm going to go for 1 rep max. Maybe on Monday, I'm not sure. Look at this. And I could have held maybe half a second longer. I did not put in the maximum effort there. That is 90-95% effort there. So, I've never been this strong in my lats ever, at all. It's not a big margin, but it is pretty obvious to me. So fairly soon, probably this year, I will be able to do the one on chin up. Now, that requires me cutting. I'll probably have to lose 5 kilos of body weight, 5 to 6 kilos in order to be able to achieve that. I think I'm 84, 85 kilos right now. So let's just say I'm 85, I have to drop down to 79. And I can just tell you guys that at 79 kilos, I'll be really fucking lean. People say that, you can cut more than you think, whatever. For me, it's never been the case. I'm just not a fat person. I've always been fairly lean. So, for me, a 5 kilo cut, if I'm starting off at this point, that's going to have a fucking big effect on my physique. I mean, I'm just going to be a completely different person. And the face as well is probably going to look great. So I'm not looking at doing that right now. Definitely not. I mean, I just barely crept past my strongest ever lifts on the upper body. And on the lower body, I'm still behind. So, especially on the deadlift. So I just need to continue to do this shit, basically, for a few more weeks. Keep the momentum up, basically, until I really just don't feel like it anymore. Just keep fucking going. Hit my head against the wall for another month or whatever. Try to stay at this routine. And, I'm fucking tired. I had 2 nights here where I just slept 7 hours. And that is, a lot for a lot of people. But I'm just going to say fucking right now, I need 8 to 9 hours. Pretty much every night I feel like shit. I work out 4 times a week. A lot of sets to failure. And I also do manual labor a couple hours a week for myself, my family. And in addition, I fucking work 40 hours a week right now because I'm on summer break, but of course I don't really give myself a break. I'm just working. But I have a fucking demanding job, a demanding office job where basically I facilitate forest machine operators. I have a lot of like people, not under me, but people that I'm working with and working for in order to facilitate their businesses, basically. So a bunch of private contractors work for the forestry company I work for, and it's a serious job. I have a huge amount of inputs and outputs in my head, and it really drains my brain. So not only am I working out, not only am I working on my own projects, I'm also working on manual labor, and I'm working a job, which is serious. So this summer isn't a fun summer. I've had better summers in that way, but my anxiety is just maybe not quite as high as it usually is, because I'm just doing the right shit. And it's hard to be anxious. Like, I'm always a little bit too anxious, unfortunately. It may get better with age, and it may get better with just becoming better. But I feel that there is a gap between me and where I want to be, and I don't take enough action. So I always have this anxiety in me, but it is definitely getting better. And this summer, the anxiety is getting a little bit smaller, since the gap between me and my potential is actually closing, because I'm actually fucking trying. So I'm happy with this workout. Physically, I'm improving. Mentally, I'm improving. And the funny thing with improvement is you put so much effort in and it's so fucking slow. That's the funny thing. And the other funny thing is the progress comes all at once. Pretty much, you go and you go until you feel like giving up, like actually genuinely want to give up. And you consider it, but you just say, fuck it, I'm not going to do it for this time around. I'm just going to go for like another week. And then you get fucking successful, bro. It's weird. And that's definitely what just happened here in the training. I've been going and going until I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to fucking keep going until I get a personal record, until I injure myself. Like, I'm just going to go and go and go. I don't care if I train for 3 more months to gain 2.5 fucking kilos on the bench press, I'm going to do it. And you know, I just trained literally almost an entire month. I mean, go on my Instagram, you'll see it. Ivan Sandval. I literally trained a fucking month, basically, minus a few days, to gain 1 rep on the bench, to go from 5 to 6 reps. And before that, it was weeks to go from 4 to 5. So it's been really, really slow. It's been slower than I thought. It's been harder than I thought. But I'm not going to fucking stop, bro. At this point. Because the job's not done. I set a realistic goal for once. And in conjunction with my realistic goal, which doesn't give me the same urge to get out of bed and go after it, because, you know, gaining a few kilos on the bench isn't going to make it a big difference in your life. But I set a small goal and I worked hard as if it was a big goal, so it's starting to come true. The better I get, the stronger I get. I post about this on Instagram as well. The fucking harder it gets, guys. It gets really fucking slow. But, you know, you just have to keep going. If you want to get better, you have to keep going. You can't be an idiot. You can't train until injury. You have to take care of your body, and you have to find that perfect balance where you're not quite overworking yourself and you're not underworking yourself. So you're in kind of a sweet spot, a little pocket of, you know, just enough to keep improving without destroying your body. And I've been in that pocket now for weeks. I've been doing this routine. You know, I skip a few exercises here and there. I don't really skip any days anymore. I mean, I'm on this shit. I'm training fucking hard, really consistently. I haven't even posted all of the sessions. I'm training 4 days a week at this point. And those are hard sessions, even though they're not the most sets. I mean, I only do 2 sets of squats per week, but those sets are to failure pretty much. They're at least 1 rep from failure. You know, I might do 10 reps, and if I would have gone for an 11th, I would have failed. So I'm training really hard at this point. I'm really pushing myself. I'm going for the pain, and I'm fucking tired from work, but I keep fucking going, bro. I've had the most boring summer. I have so little free time, and I just keep fucking pushing. Haven't played video games in weeks. The only fucking thing, I do a few things which are bad at this point. I don't need to mention them all, but one thing is my screen time. It's fucking horrendous. So that's the next step, if I want to improve, I need to just keep fucking taking away bullshit and keep adding difficult, good stuff, bro. So I will definitely say that I'm locked in right now. And, being locked in is a continuum, like most things. It's easier to think of it as binary, but it probably isn't. That wasn't a fart, by the way. That was just my foot against the floor. I can definitely do more, and the screen time is the next step. If I can decrease my screen time, I will be able to free up mental capacity and time. But I will have more boring life, at least in the beginning, before my dopamine receptors kind of readjust. And it's probably going to take me weeks. So I'm just going to keep pushing through this pain because I've built momentum. I was talking to you guys weeks ago, and I don't know how many people are still listening. It might be 5 people. But you guys are OGs, I was talking to you motherfuckers weeks ago, so long ago, that I just need to build this momentum. And once I get it, I'm just going to be able to keep going. But I've been stuck in this fucking bullshit of not getting better for so long. And the thing is, that became motivating in and of itself. Because I've been so demotivated that I kind of bounced out at the bottom, if that makes sense. You can't be on the bottom forever. You either kill yourself or you just get going. And of course, I'm not going to kill myself over that, but you know what I mean. You either destroy yourself, self-sabotage, that's a better word, or you get cracking and you just restart your fucking bullshit and try to get better. And that's what happened. I just decided that I can't stay here, bro. I can't be benching 115 on a best possible day and on a normal day be benching 105. I can't stay here, bro. I need to get past this. And I started training so hard for so many weeks and I made this super slow progress, but I just didn't stop until I built that momentum. Now I'm here. Now I'm in it. I'm in the uptrend. I just need to fucking stay on the trend, bro. I can't stop at this point. That would be a waste of so much effort. I'm not going to let anything get in between me and this fucking 120 bench, bro. And even me saying that doesn't make me feel good. Like, I just want to say, I'll be happy with 117.5, I'll call it a day, and not let you guys know. But seriously, fuck it, you guys need to know, and you need to pressure me on this. I need to get that fucking 120 bench, bro. Unless I fucking seriously injure myself, or a family member dies, I need to get this shit, bro. I need to get it this year. Preferably this summer. That's the real timeline. So I need to keep fucking going. It's been so hard, but I'm just not going to stop. And when you don't stop, you're going to get there. You're going to get where you want to go. It's been taking longer than I thought. It's been harder than I thought. It sucked more than I thought. It's been more inconvenient. It's taken more time. Everything's just been worse. But the result is just going to feel better in the end when you work so fucking hard for it. And yeah. Just because you're so far beneath where you thought you would be at this time, doesn't mean you can fucking stop and chill. It just means that, it's harder than you thought and you just need to keep going. Like, are you telling me you don't want to achieve your goal anymore just because it's hard? Like, that's just a weird thing to think about. And I understand, like, the kind of cost-benefit analysis of giving up. I understand that. But a lot of people, they still want their goal, but they just give up because it was harder than they thought. But the problem is, there's the pain of discipline, but there's also the pain of regret. And what can I say? The pain of regret it's not as intense, but it's very long term. The pain of discipline is more intense, but it's short term. So on that note, which I think is profound, honestly, that is my video for today, and I will see you guys. Yeah, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to do it, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.